The first item on the agenda is any citizen comments. Do we have any? I don't think we have any. No citizen comments. Good. We'll move on to the approval of the February 16, 2022 meeting minutes. Mr. McBride.
Thank you, Mr. Webb. So in y'all's packet prior to the meeting, I sent out minutes for February 16, 2022, the previous policy board meeting. If you have any comments, questions, remarks, or anything like that, we'd happy to make note of that and make said changes at this time.
Anybody have any comments? Have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to the approval of the revisions to the 2021-2024 Transportation Improvement Program. Mr. McBride.
Thank you. So today I'm here to present revisions to the 2021 through 2024 Transportation Improvement Program. Here recently, the City of Longview applied and was awarded for the Transportation Alternatives Funding. It was approximately $2.88 million that was allocated and given or awarded to the city. So anytime funding is allocated from the Federal Highway Administration, Federal Transit Administration, or TxDOT, we have to capture said funding in our plans to represent that allocation as for transparency as well as for project letting. So today I'm asking for y'all's approval for that. To kind of talk a little bit about the project, it's Moberly Complete Street. I think some of you may have seen in the news, as well as just kind of a round of, as well as the new infrastructure bills, kind of outlining complete streets being a hot topic and wanting to be looked at better in communities to provide transportation methods for all modes. And so on the screen today, I've kind of showed an example of all modes of transportation being captured, what we call a complete street. So today I'm asking for y'all's approval. The technical committee as well as myself recommend that y'all accept these revisions as presented.
Any comments or discussion? I have a motion to approve the revisions to the 2021-2024 Transportation Improvement Program.
I'll move to approve.
Motion and a second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving right along to the approval of revisions to the Metropolitan Transportation Plan, the MTP for 2045. Mr. McBride.
Thank you again. So today I'm presenting, so once we just approved the revisions to the TIP, we now have to make said revisions to the MTP. Just for some clarification, the MTP is our long-range 25-year plan. The TIP was our short-range 4-year plan. And so anytime we make movements in one, we typically do the other for consistency. So today I'm asking for this similar revision to the MTP. Specifically, this project was already outlined because it's our long-range plan, but we're looking to update the funding table to kind of capture that additional funding that was captured through the transportation alternatives. So today I'm asking for y'all's approval. Technical committee approved this and staff also recommends approval of this revision.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion for approval of the revisions to the Metropolitan Transportation Plan.
Move to approve.
I have a motion. Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the 2023-2026 Transportation Improvement Program. Again, Mr. McBride.
All right, thank you. So today I'm going to present the 2023 to the 2026 Transportation Improvement Program. The TIP is, like I said before, our short-range plan that indicates the projects that we'll be letting within the fiscal years of 2023 through 2026. These types of projects that are either regionally significant to our boundary area, which I'll highlight a couple of those here in a little bit, as well as group projects. So any of your maintenance, your seal coats and stuff like that, we also like to outline in our TIP for transparency so individuals know exactly what is going on in our area. This next slide, formulated a map to kind of show where those projects are going to occur during this time frame throughout the MPO boundary, as the MPO boundary currently sits. And so you can see where all the projects, whether it be bicycle and pedestrian, group project, as well as highway mobility projects, occurring within this area. A key highway projects that are occurring, we have Phase 1 of US 271 and 485, $22 million project occurring, as well as Phase 2 is occurring, both occurring in fiscal year 2024. We have State Highway 42 projected to be letting in fiscal year 24. Fiscal year 2025, we'll start to see George Ritchie, the Phase 1 and 2, first end of Gilmore Road to Pine Tree Road, as well as Pine Tree Road to White Oak Road. As well as in fiscal year 2025, we're starting to see movement on the I-20 and State Highway 31 interchange, which is a significant project that's occurring in our area as it focuses on safety being one of our top priorities within the MPO. This is awesome to see this sort of collaboration occurring along I-20 to promote safety within our area. In 2026, we'll see Phase 3 of 271 and 485, as well as Phase 4 happening in 2026. Additionally, I've included the bicycle and pedestrian of Moberly Complete Street. Since that's occurring in 2024, it's actually going to overflow into both transportation improvement programs. And so that's a bike and ped project that's happening in our area. Additionally, in our transportation improvement program, our transit partners we have to capture their funding as well as the MPO a joint partnership between transit as well as the planning side, the transportation planning side. We capture their funds, and so this is the projected cost or the revenue that was projected to be received during these fiscal years for Longview Transit. Group projects, we're expecting about 22 group projects. These are your seal coats, your lighting improvements or enhancements, your bridge maintenance, sidewalks, median overlays. These are what we would consider your group projects. So we're starting to see about 22 group projects occurring in our area during this time period. Clarification on the funding. So how the TIP gets funded or these projects get funded, it's a joint effort with the federal government, the state, as well as local governments around. So it's a collaboration between all three parts. Funding coming from the federal as well as being implemented from the state, and there's some contributions from local governments to help get projects off the ground as part of the requirements for matching grants and stuff like that. That concludes my presentation, my summary of the Transportation Improvement Program. A lot of information. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Anybody have any questions or comments? Have a motion for the approval of the 2023 to 2026 Transportation Improvement Program.
Move to approve.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now we're down to the MPO staff updates.
Thank you. So a couple updates I want to highlight. Talking about our transit, our partnership with Longview Transit. I just want to recognize that they got the Outstanding Small Urban Transit System, as some of y'all have seen in the papers, and as just kind of highlighting them just being an outstanding organization that's with our partnership. So it's nice to see that. Additionally, we're about to kick off a community engagement for our East Loop 281 corridor study. So we hired a consultant to analyze this area and meet with stakeholders and with our steering committee to kind of go over what's the vision of this area and how can we best utilize and implement strategies for safety and as well as to minimize congestion with the new development trends that are occurring there. So May 10th and 11th, we'll send some more information out. Just wanted to kind of go over a summary for y'all today. That those are the 2 dates that we're looking for community engagement. We'll be at the East Texas Builders Association, as well as you can look at on our website, our main page. We'll provide a little bit more information of location, times, how else can you provide feedback if you're unable to make those dates, like a survey or in-person comments. We'll be sure to get the public participation out there for all individuals. So that's all I have. Those are my only 2 updates. I'd be happy to answer any questions if y'all have any.
Thank you, sir. Anybody have any questions? Quiet group. With that,
Good job.
any further discussion? Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned.
Thank you.